Who knew about a guy cutting his arm off could turn out to be one of the most emotional and moving films I've seen in a long time? And who knew Danny Boyle would be able to pull it off? I'm the Slasher Movie Reviewer, and this is my review of 127 Hours tells this unbelievable, amazing, true story of Aaron Roster. He was the, if you don't recall, the rock climber who was rock climbing one day and basically put his hand on a boulder fell, pinning his arm to the boulder, and basically was stuck there and had to overcome fear and just to survive. And honestly, I'm going to go ahead and say this now, 127 is one of the best films of the year and deserves Oscar contender for Best Feature, and James Franco deserves Best Male Actor. This is going to be one of the most predictable Oscar years, but if these films better get nominated, if they're nominated, it's going to be a very predictable Oscar year, because James Franco's got this for Best Actor, Natalie Portman's got for Best Actress, so yeah, very predictable year, but good films though. But back to the movie. 127 Hours is just so mesmerizing. I mean, it starts off very fast, energetic, with split screens and stuff going on. You know, we watch the life of this Aaron guy as he leads up to the part where he gets attached to the bowl. Then when he gets attached to the bowl, it's very dramatic, intense, and emotional, and it's just a powerhouse for James Franco to show how such a good of an actor he is, and he steals it. This is the best acting that I've seen James Franco ever do. I mean, this film was beautiful. I mean, and by the end of the film, you'll walk out with like a new meaning on life. And this is just such a mesmerizing story, and you really cannot get anything better than this. I'm telling you. Go check out 127 Hours in the theaters. I mean, I want to go ahead and say, I was seeing this in the theaters, and it was a matinee showing. Due to the fact that was the only time that I could go see this film. And I had two girls in front of me, and a guy in the back, and a guy sort of up front. I don't know why he was sitting up front. He had all this room. And at the end of the film, the guy in the back literally stood up and started applauding at the film. Then that caused the guy in the front to applaud, and then I stood up and started applauding. And then the next thing you know, everybody starts applauding to the film. And honestly, that is the greatest achievement you can give a director. I mean, to know that people stand up and cheer at a movie while it's playing, even when he's not there. You know, and then honestly, Danny Boyle, if you ever watch this video, you deserve every applause. I mean, I'm not going to lie, Danny Boyle, I didn't think a movie about cutting your arm off, basically, for an hour and a half could be so entertaining and so mesmerizing and so beautiful and honestly, Danny Boyle, I didn't think you could pull it off. I didn't think you could pull it off, but I was wrong, and I will never second guess you ever again if you ever watch this video. Let me tell you, you just got to go see this film. You got to. And I'm going to get to the scene that everybody talks about. I'm going to get to it. But just let me tell you, you just got to go see it. I mean, the cinematography is so beautiful. And just how he does it. And how he's able to capture James Franco in some of these tight spaces. And how he's able to do some of the camera works and stuff like that baffles me. I'm like, what in the world? I mean, he's able to get Franco's whole body, and he's able to get his face in just these perfect shots. And I mean, even when there are flashbacks and you see the mountains or you'll see the snow, it looks so beautiful and so vibrant and clean, and it's just beautiful. And now I want to go ahead and say, if you've never watched a horror film or anything like that, you're definitely going to find the amputation scene very unsettling and hard to swallow. A matter of fact, when you leave the film and you think about this the next day, It's going to be the first thing that comes to your head. Matter of fact, when you think about this film, it's always going to be the first thing that comes to your head. That scene where James Franco has to cut his arm off. We all know it's coming. It's about 5 minutes long, but it's 5 minutes of true terror. I mean, gosh, it's just in just the way he does things. Like when it's like he uses like this lightning bolt sort of sound when he gets down to the nerve, and you just and then he'll scream for like an hour because getting to that nerve's got to be painful. And you just I can also say that I now know what the inside of an arm looks like after seeing this. But don't let that scare you away from seeing this film. Cover your eyes, for Christ's sakes. That's what the two girls in front of me did. They covered their eyes, and they ended up standing up at the end of the film, and they loved it. Yeah, they probably didn't like that one scene, but they loved it. But I thought the amputation scene was done perfectly. Yes, it's bloody. It might not be for everyone. That scene might ruin it for some. But just close your eyes. Don't take a kid to it, because kids... And then next thing you know, they're peeing in their bed and they're crying to mommy, and then they'll never go see another movie, and then they'll never know the beauty of movies. And don't do that. And I don't want to be the one who causes that pain. But just get to the theaters. Go see this film. There's so many good films out right now, and I know there's so many films you want to see, like Tron Legacy. Don't. Go see 127 Hours. You won't regret it. I know I've been giving a lot of perfect scores, but the films deserve them. And 127 Hours gets a 5 out of 5 stars. I'm the Slash Movie Reviewer, and you've just been slashed.